You really care about being authentic, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Why is it so important for you? Being real, being authentic in your real terms.
I guess it's deep rooted from a time that I haven't been myself.
Okay.
And for a long time I have been forced to do things that probably I didn't really want to do, but I had to.
Yeah.
And somehow when you grow up the way I grew up with, you know, no family, no support, no one to teach you anything,
yeah.
you grow by protecting yourself. And when you protect yourself that much,
masks.
You put a lot of filter, a lot of mask, and you forget that there is people around and not everyone want to harm you.
Yeah.
But to drop the shield, it takes time, and it's okay to get hurt, you know. That's the problem. Like, the problem was I was afraid to get hurt.
Yeah.
And I protect myself so deeply, so hardly, that when you protect yourself too much, you don't let people come in as well. And one day I realized, like, oh, actually I am alone. I'm really alone. And I hated that, and I hated myself, and I hated the fact that I was impatient and I wanted things done just my way, you know. So I just needed a big change, and that's why today it's like the most important things for me is to be myself, and I care a lot about my image to make sure that I am not misunderstood. And that's why I don't want to do things that I don't want anymore. That's why I refuse many jobs. That's why I refuse people too, because I know that even if they might be beneficial in a way, in a certain way, work ethic or benefit, can be anything. If I still doesn't like them, I'm gonna tell you, I love you as a soul, but I don't like you as a person. So please don't be mad. It's all right. It's okay. You are not born to love and be okay with everybody or with everything, right? So that's why it is important today for me. Is like, I don't want to lie to myself no more.
Vulnerabilities open up space for you to be yourself and allow yourself to express yourself in your own terms. Like, it is the life itself, isn't it?
It is.
Like,
it is.
Freedom.
It is. Even like, you know, like let's talk about men. Like most of the men that like texting me or answering things on my social media, they are building an ideology of the way I look. It's like the ultimate goal for having girls, having fun, having party, which is all the things that I don't do. I build myself so strongly because today I'm okay to cry on a woman's shoulder. I am okay to feel down. I am okay to say I'm not okay. And it's okay to be not okay.
Exactly.
So vulnerability was something that I learned it not so long ago, and it feels good. It allowed me to feel things. And you don't have to be that rough person all the time. Yes, in my belief, you must be strong, because weak people cannot protect each other. If I want to be strong, it's because I want to be able to protect my people. I want to be capable of handling things myself. I want to be there for the people I care. But you cannot be like that 24 hours. You need to also release this other energy that we have inside, the soft one, the one that worry, that cares, that feels shy sometimes, that can be jealous. Those also are good emotion, good feelings. So it's just embracing everything.
And letting yourself the flow, the surrounding to the moment, and surrounding to receive things to yourself, right? It is not always about giving, with the expectation of receiving it back. Sometimes we receive, but sometimes we give. What do you think about that? Are you more on giver or receiver part? Or have you found the balance?
That's a kind of interesting question, actually, that you put out there, and thank you for mentioning that. I felt all my life a giver. And even too much. There is a time that I realized I was giving too much, and to the wrong people, that at the end was taking my energy away, and it was very, very challenging for me to remove those people, because at the end we love them, we care about them, and that's why we want to give that much. But Yeah, for a long time I think I was expecting so much back, and that was a big mistake, because that's the core of being a giver. If you want to give, don't
sacrifice yourself.
Like, you know, just give it. Don't expect something back. You don't do that. Then if you do that, it means like you are playing, you are trying to get your services, like you give a service or you do something for someone and you immediately want something back. So what is the nature of that? It's not giving.
Yeah. Do you know where it comes from? As a psychologist, I would like to share it. When we were in our, young childhood periods, we learned that, people can give attention to us if we are making ourselves very visible by pleasing them, by giving them, so that those sacrifices will return to us in the forms of attention, right? Actually, it is not about even like material things or material expectations to get back, but
it's more like, you mean like what you're trying to say is more like expecting attention back, like to be recognized,
to be seen, to be heard.
I can relate that. Like it's what I felt, because as you ask me like where that come from, you ask me that like why you feel like that way. It's because at very young age I have to make my path, and my parents haven't been really present for me, so I needed to learn how to survive. And in that position, at one point, like fighting every day, trying to, just to make the day, let's call it like that. We want to be seen, we want to be loved, we want someone that cares for us. But when this go on for a very long time, it turns into a habit. So we constantly craving for that attention, especially from the one that we love.
Yeah.
Especially the one that we care.
We crave the attention from, right?
But by craving, you will not receive.
It is the opposite of taking it.
I love this guy. He's a monk that have a camp in Germany. Master Xing Wei, something like that. I don't remember his name exactly. And he always say, the forces are very interesting. The more you try to push something away, the more it will come back. And the more you try to pull something towards you, if you leave it, what happens? It goes away. Take a chain, put it to you, leave it, it goes away. Take the chain, same, put it away, leave it, it come back to you. So is the middle, that balance that we hear all the time. Balance is key. And yes, you need balance, but it doesn't mean that the balance as well, in my perspective, need to be always middle. I still believe we need to push sometime, but depend for what. Sometimes we need to pull towards our dream, for example. Without hard work, how can you pursue something, just say, I'm staying in the middle, money will come. Don't push, don't pull. Exactly.
It.
So again, everything has to be put in the right context. But when it comes to terms of relationship and friendship and I think family, I think it's important to reflect all the time and try to be natural and see always the other side.
Exactly, the communication factor.
Yeah.
You open up the safe space so that everybody can express their needs, right? In relationships, always it is the most important thing is to be heard, to be seen, to be there for each other, and reflect. Where are you at that moment? What do you think? What do you feel? The emotions, the gist of the emotions.
Yeah. We fear.
Fear.
Fear is there constantly. Like because I think it comes with, towards me, and I'm talking with myself right now.
Yeah.
With my personality, I like to make sure that I provide the best of myself.
Exactly.
But in the other hand, from my experiences, the person that you love doesn't expect you to be at your best all the time. And they're gonna ask you, why are you putting so much effort when I just want things to be simple? But again, it comes to personality and where I came from. So I like to do things to the maximum. When I give everything I've got, and I will choose 100 times to burn my hand over staying away from the fire.
Is it like
I'm okay.
all or nothing?
Yeah, I mean, I just like, when I love, you know, it's like,
yeah.
I don't think there is any limitation when it comes to love. Like, if you feel it, if it comes from the heart,
just feel it.
Just feel it, pull it all. But it's hard, it's not always easy. And I think what is important for me is like to get better, you know, and try to understand more. Also, I can tell, like, it was difficult for me for a long time to listen, because I'm an easy talker, and I always like talk a lot. And I have also this problem, which it's from my childhood. I have a focus problem. Sometimes, even if and it's annoying, I hate myself for that. I shouldn't hate myself, but I do. It's like, I really want to focus, I really want to hear, and I hear you, and your problem and your feeling is in my mind, but sometimes I just doesn't know how to catch the right moment to ask the person, so the person might feel like I'm not listening, but it's not that case. It's just like my brain sometimes work in a different way.
It's like you are not listening through your mind, but your heart. It is different. So basically, it is the best part to accept yourself, your whole being, right? When you become a soulful listener, it is like it's coming from your heart, and when other people are speaking to you, you basically with them. You simply with them, and you hear them out by your heart. And accepting your mind and your heart in coherence is the
difficult.
Best gift you can give to yourself.
I wish I can do that. I'm still working on that. I wouldn't say I am there, because my heart wants to blow. He wants to give everything, but my mind always, is it right? Should I do that way? Should I say that? Oh wait, did I text this in the right way? You know, it's like constantly like in my mind going back and forwards constantly with my doing, and at the end I'm just trying to make things right. But that's again finding someone that love you. It's also finding someone that understanding you. So as much as I feel my effort are recognized, and I have some empathy and tolerance and patience.
Yeah.
I think the key of relationship for me, if I think a little bit about it right now, is definitely patience. Patience is the key of relationship, because you're gonna have great day. She might feel bad, you might feel bad, and that's okay. But be patient. Be patient.
Be there.
Be there.
For that person, for your special person.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hard. Like sometimes you want to be there, but sometimes the person doesn't want you to be there. You know, it's also understanding that. But just saying, hey, you know what? Take your time.
And if you need me, I will be there.
I am here.
Yes.
I think that's where I'm going now. Yeah.
It must be through hardships, right? You know, because sometimes love hurts, but even if love hurts, I think it's...
Are you mentioning about my tattoo?
Yeah.
Love hurts?
But here as well, the past is
practice.
And practice.
Exactly.
You know, even if it hurts, that love, the feeling of love, and to be able to love with your whole heart is one of the biggest gifts.
It is, and I always say it's the biggest gift, that's for sure. Because some people, and I know that, I see it, some people might never experience what is true love.
Yeah.
And when you know it's there, and that's something that I learned, even if it's, you know, is the true love,
yeah.
The true love is not always the one that is meant for you.
Yes.
But it's the one that give you that awakening of senses, of understanding your own self, the one that's gonna make you reflect the good and the bad that you have in you.
Yeah.
And that is the true love. Is it the one that makes most sense? I don't think so. Because the love, definition of love himself is crazy. It's two soul, chemistry, fully connected and burning for each other. And you know it's there, but the mind always trying to trick you, and there's other things that going on around. But yeah.
And also it takes only like 2 years at the most. You know, as a neuroscientist and psychologist, I can tell that. like scientific research show that the chemical imbalances coming up by love, that the feeling of love, actually take only 2 years. Then the hormones, the neurotransmitters goes down and you'll feel that stability again. So basically the true love is all about the communication, giving up the space, like, you know, giving that person the respect and trust. So what do you think about trust in a relationship?
Well, trust is rooted with communication. You can trust only someone that communicates.
Yeah.
And like, even without communication, sometimes, you know, your life goes busy. You have things to do, which is okay as well. And in the end, I think trust comes with choice.
Choice.
Yeah, I will use that word. It's a choice. It's a risk. It's like playing gamble.
Exactly.
Playing gamble. I want to put my bet on the 22. There is no guarantee you're gonna get 22, but maybe you're gonna get 22. That's what is trust. I trust you, I bet on you. If I lose, I lose. But maybe you win.
What will you lose if you lose?
I guess it's, if you lose a person, but you win still an experience.
Yeah.
So it's all about experience. But I know for a fact that when trust is gone, it's very difficult to reconnect after that.
Yeah, to rebuild the thing.
Yeah, it is possible, and sometimes even I saw for a fact like relationship that's getting stronger after being rebuilt, because sometimes you need that breaking point to realize how much you love someone, which sounds so silly, but actually it is. Like sometimes I saw it, I'm talking from family, that breaking point have been separate for a couple of years, and at the end, after 2 years of seeing what's going on around and, you know, trying something else, you realize, oh, actually my ex-husband was not that bad. Actually, I do love him. So it can work sometime, but again, it needs to be a strong foundation, strong will, and again, a deep desire for that, to rebuild.
Build, remake.
Yeah, remake. It's like a house, you know, like you can build a beautiful house, one day it cracked, one day it get destroyed. Do you give up on the house? No, you can rebuild, but it takes time.
Cracking something is the easiest part, right? Like it takes like 5 hours, but rebuilding it
takes time, sometimes a lifetime. But a lifetime with the knowledge of true love, still a gift.
Isn't it worth it?
I love to love deeply, so. Yeah.
Me too, yeah.
It's not easy, but yeah.